Norm MacIver suffered the injury in a preseason game against the Canadian Olympic team. He was hit behind the play, and ever since he hasn't had the strength to play on a regular basis.
After a couple of hard shifts, it feels like I have the wind knocked out of me, and I'm just not able to get my breath back. And it's a very frustrating feeling. You know, you kind of feel helpless not being able to catch your wind, and you know, it really is frustrating. And that was the main reason that I haven't been playing.
When he did play, MacIver took oxygen between periods, but the problem had nothing to do with his intake. It wasn't until he was tested by a local respirologist that he found out he had a bruised heart.
Although you're taking in the maximum amount of oxygen, you're doing it with a bit of extra heart activity. And that extra activity the body is aware of, and the body tells the individual, this is more work than what I'm used to doing. And so the individual perceives that as being a little bit more breathless or a little bit more difficulty getting their second breath.
I almost wonder if it wasn't somebody who was in really top shape, whether or not they'd notice as big a problem as Norm has. For example, if you know, if I had sustained the same injury, I might feel just a little bit winded, but I might not interpret it as being anything too significant. But if you try to play NHL level hockey the way Norm does, it's going to impede you quite significantly.
The bruise has to heal, and until it does, his heart won't pump efficiently enough to let him exert himself. The obvious solution is rest.
With like a broken arm or a broken leg or some other injury where you know there's a certain timetable that you're going to be out 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, whatever, but you know you're coming back. Whereas with this, the doctors seem to be a little puzzled, and they're not sure exactly how long this is going to take to completely heal, and therefore I'm not really sure when I'm going to be ready, and that's mentally that's very frustrating.
And until MacIver gets the clearance from the doctors, that frustration will continue. No doubt the team is hurting without him. They miss the way he clears the zone, and they certainly miss the way he quarterbacks the power play. Remember, Norm MacIver was the top scorer on the Senators last year, and he had 14 points in 16 games this season. Rob Sinclair, TSN, in Ottawa.